Hi everyone, it's Kelly here from twinflameawakening.com and I invite you today to join us. Come on in, get relaxed, get ready, because we've got a video today where we're going to share exactly what you need to know. The summer solstice is fast approaching. We've got about a week left depending on when you're watching this, and what I can tell you is it's going to be a very powerful event that's coming up. It's a solar event. It happens once a year and it is your opportunity to really grasp that rich firepower. It's a dynamic energy, it's an active energy, and it will directly impact your twin flame journey and your experience with you and your twin flame. Now what we're going to talk about today is how you can use those rich firepower energies to really fuel your twin flame journey, and that is no matter what stage of the journey you're at. Maybe you're in the beginning stages where you know you have a twin flame but you haven't found them yet. Maybe you're on the pathway where you know that you have a twin flame, you know who they are, but you're not in union yet, or you might be in union and you're finding that things are just really quite difficult, because that does happen in the twin flame journey. We've got more to learn, we've got more to heal, more to clear, and that's all okay. We're going to cover it today in this video, and we've got lots more to come. So what you need to know first and foremost is that the summer solstice, as I said, it's approaching. It's on the 21st of June, so we've got about a week to go depending on when you're watching this, and the information's still valid because we have an energetic gateway that begins about 2 weeks before the summer solstice and extends about 2 weeks after the summer solstice, and that's purely because we are very sensitive individuals. We pick up the energy of the summer solstice and it can affect us that powerfully throughout that roughly a month window, and I am certain that anyone watching right now will be experiencing some of those signs and symptoms already. We're going to cover those, we're going to talk about what those are so that you can identify them, because sensitive beings like us, we do definitely feel the impact of the summer solstice, and I've had emails already from people panicking because it's quite intense this year, but don't worry, we're going to cover everything that you need to know. So like I said, the summer solstice is 1 day a year. You only get 1 day, and it is the most powerful energetic day of the year. You won't experience high frequency energy like this at any other time. It's all about the summer solstice. So you want to make sure that you are prepared and that you can absorb those rich firepower energies in any way that you possibly can, because it can transform your twin flame journey. It can really make shifts. It can really bring in a lot of the energy that's missing. We get exhausted in the twin flame journey. We get tired. We get fed up of constantly trying to move forward, constantly trying to move through the blocks. This is what really rejuvenates the spirit. This is what rejuvenates the connection, and it can clear a lot of the blocks out of the way. So we've got this 1 day a year. We want to really use it. Basically all that happens is that the earth tilts towards the sun, so it gives us the longest day of light, the longest day of sunlight, which has huge spiritual significance when you really dig into that, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Of course, people have celebrated the summer solstice, you know, through the centuries, through the ages. It's been something that was a very sacred event, and I invite you to honour that event and to really be able to be activated by the energies that are coming in at this time. It's very powerful. Now, the challenge that we have with this is that, yes, it's a very powerful event. Yes, it absolutely can make shifts for you in your twin flame journey. It's going to help you to awaken further than before. It's going to clear illusions. It's going to really bring in that positive energy that's been missing. It's going to revitalise your spirit. It's going to help things to move forward. So anything that's stuck, it's going to help you just to break through it, breeze through it. And it's also going to help you to plant the seeds of what it is you want to harvest further down the line. So energetically, it's a good time for manifesting. It's a good time for really thinking about what it is you want to see and experience within your twin flame journey too. And most of all, it's going to bring in some of that energy that's lacking in the twin flame journey. It gives you this boost that really starts to clear a lot of the things out of the way. It can bring a lot of new shifts in your twin flame journey. It can bring clarity. It can bring illumination, of course, because it's all of the light. You're going to see things differently than you did before, and you might find that you have some interesting connections, because with the energy being so high frequency, you can use that to connect with your twin even more deeply than before. It's so profound. I don't want you to miss it. Don't miss this really special event. The challenge that we have though is, because we are very energy sensitive beings, those of us who are on the twin flame journey, we are sensitive to energy. We pick up energy. We can be thrown completely off balance by energy very, very easily. And that becomes difficult. Please let me know if you resonate with this below. I know that there are people listening going, yep, I've been there. I know what that's like. It's really difficult. And that makes it challenging because when these summer solstice energies start to really be absorbed by our energies, because it's such a high frequency energy, quite often it can completely frazzle us. So what tends to happen, and I've seen this in a lot of my clients, is we end up with challenges up around the crown chakra. So that energy that's coming in, as we start to absorb it, it's so high frequency, it's almost like you kind of blow an energetic fuse. And I see a lot of kind of injuries up around the crown chakra. I see a lot of people becoming far too open, and it really lets anything in, and you don't have those boundaries in place anymore. And what I see is that it tends to give us a lot of different symptoms, a lot of different energetic sensitivities that make things a lot worse. And I'm going to go into a bit more about that shortly. But what we need to do, and I've learned this the hard way through years and years of being thrown completely out of alignment by astronomical events, it always threw me off balance, always throughout my awakening. Whether it was a new moon, a full moon, Mercury retrograde, summer solstice, winter solstice, these things throw you out of balance. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong in your journey. It's because you're so energy sensitive. So we need to prepare. And what that means is we need to really teach our energies how to absorb this frequency. We need to kind of adjust it and align it a little bit so that we can absorb that energy, so that we can be really receiving of that life-giving energy. We can be awakened even further. We can be activated. We can clear the connection in our twin flame journey. We can really transform it if our energies know how to utilise it. If they don't, what happens is they start getting really frazzled because they can't handle the high frequency. They get frazzled, you get out of alignment, you start to feel all these different signs and symptoms that make things quite difficult, and you just get stuck again. You feel completely exhausted and burnt out by the summer solstice. I don't want that for you. I want you to get the most out of it. I want you to use it towards your twin flame journey, no matter what stage you're at, so that you can really get the most from it, because I know you can do this. I know that this can make a huge impact in your awakening and in your journey with your twin flame, because it has done for me. I've been in union with my twin flame for 6 years now, over 6 years now. And we've managed now to get to a place where the summer solstice comes and we just get the benefit, we get the good energy from it, instead of getting thrown out of alignment, instead of ending up like what quite often happens with twin flames with these experiences. It starts to purge everything right up out your system, so you end up arguing the whole time, or having discord, or having upset, or having experiences where you can't quite find that harmony. And it's just the intensity of the energies. If you can teach your energies how to manage that, which I'll talk about that shortly, then you're going to find that your system can align with it a little bit better. You need to ground a lot when this is happening too. So let's talk about some of the positive aspects of it before we get into the challenges that can come up. Now, what it's going to do is it is really going to cleanse and clear your twin flame union, no matter what stage you're in. It's working on the energy between you and your twin. Whether they are aware of it or not makes no difference. This energy is beaming onto the planet, and you're definitely going to feel it. Now, what that means is it could bring some emotional issues up, it could bring some stuff up, but it is a huge opportunity for healing and for clearing the connection between you and your twin, and that's always going to lead you closer to union and harmonising if you're already in union. It's going to melt away a lot of the negative blocks that are in the way. So there may be kind of sticking points, there may be things that you just can't quite get past in your twin flame journey. What you're going to see is that some of those blocks are going to be dissolved, and it's mainly because the summer solstice brings in illumination, it brings in light, and as it brings in light, we start to look at things differently. We start to see things from a more spiritual perspective, and we get instant shifts. It starts to break the energy up, it starts to move it, and we get this positive energy that's ushered in instead. It's going to regenerate your spirit. Now, I know on the twin flame journey that the challenge in finding your twin flame, or being with your twin flame, or whatever stage you're at, it's exhausting. There is tiredness involved there, because although the love is the most sacred and strong bond that could ever be, you are constantly in a process of healing and clearing together. and that can be very tiring. Now, this wonderful summer solstice energy can really reinvigorate your spirit. It can bring energy back and give you that boost that you need to keep moving forward. It's just going to take all that tiredness and cleanse it out of your system. It brings motivation, it brings action, it's a fast moving energy, it's dynamic. So what you'll find is that there may be areas in your life and in your twin flame journey where you have felt like you couldn't move forward. Like, even if you did know what to do, it just wouldn't work. It's all that kind of stuck energy. Well, this gets things moving. So you might be inspired to take action. You might feel like suddenly things are moving a lot more quickly than you had expected. It starts to get things really moving. And that's why these shifts can happen so quickly. It's when you really align with that energy, it's a wow moment. It's pretty incredible. Like I said, it's going to clear that stagnant energy out, clearing all the heavy energy out. It's going to help you to receive spiritual insights. It's going to help you to have clearer intuition, because what you need to remember is this summer solstice energy is pure source energy beaming onto the planet, pure source connection. So if you can connect with that, what you're going to find is that your intuition's clearer, the information you get is more trustworthy, and you're going to have insights to things that you maybe hadn't considered before. It's going to wake you up energetically on that level, which is very powerful. You're going to feel that you've got this new zest for life. So if you've been feeling like the twin flame journey, or indeed your life has been a little bit of a, let's keep moving and this is just tiresome and it never really ends. I know, and I understand because I've been there, but you'll get through it. And this is where this energy is going to help you to feel energized again, that zestiness that helps you feel like, yeah, I can keep moving forward, I know what to do next and I know how to get there. And most importantly, it's going to bring an abundance. It's going to bring in the energy of a positive harvest. So you want to start thinking about what it is you want to manifest in your twin flame journey, in your twin flame union, and planting those seeds, because what you focus on now, when this energy is so high frequency and it's in your space and in your auric field, you're going to send out a vibration that's going to allow a light vibration to be attracted back to you. So you really want to put your focus into the positive things right now. It is an absolutely electrifying event, but it's only here for one day. You can still use the gateway, like I said, 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. That's when you're going to be affected by this, but the most powerful, most potent day is the 21st. Please don't miss it. Use it. This energy is here for you, and you need to be really taking care of your energies, preparing your energies, and utilising what is around us. This is the most powerful day of the entire year. Please use the energy. Use it. It's wonderful. Now, like I said before, there are some signs that the summer solstice energies might be having a negative impact on your energy. It's not uncommon. I get emails every single year when the summer solstice is approaching. Most people don't realise it's the summer solstice that's causing the problem. I get emails of panic and people reach out saying something's wrong. I feel like I'm having a breakdown. I feel like I'm melting down. I feel like, I don't know how to move forward. Things have suddenly gotten worse and I don't understand why. And I always tell people, relax. It's just the summer solstice energies. It will pass and you will be able to find that equilibrium again. However, if you do what I said before and you prepare your energies and you really allow them to align with the summer solstice energies, you'll find that you can breeze through it every single year. You get the most positive aspects of it without all the negativity. So this can really happen. So some of the signs that it's already affecting you in a negative way is that you're feeling tired or exhausted more than usual. You're feeling that you're an emotional mess. You might feel moody. You might feel kind of off, like something's just not quite right here and I don't know what it is. It's all just part of the summer solstice energies. You might feel stressed. You might be feeling completely overwhelmed. You might be getting too much information from your twin flame connection, even from your psychic abilities. It might just feel like everything's just coming at you and it's too much information, too much too much sound, too much sight, too much intuition. It's just too much of everything. It starts to feel really overwhelming. You might feel like you're unable to move forward, so you know things need to change, but you've got no idea how to change them. There's a sense of feeling stuck. You might get energetic sensations of heat because it's a summer solstice, so you might feel burning, you might feel heat waves, you might notice that you're sweating a lot more than usual, even if you live in Scotland, which I do, and it's not often very hot and sunny here. But that it can affect you no matter where you live in the world. You might sense that inner fire within you. You feel like inside, there's this energetic fire that's just burning out of you and you're aware of it. You might feel too open in the crown chakra. Like I said, quite often that's what happens. This crown chakra gets blasted open by the intensity of the high frequency energies. You need to put that back into alignment with grounding. And you might feel kind of disoriented. You might feel off balance. You might feel dizzy. You certainly will feel burnt out. Now, if you recognise any of the above signs, even if it's just one or two, you're already being affected by the summer solstice energies. And I know that you are, because it happens to all twin flames. And that is no matter whether you're the awakened one or the more grounded one. No matter how much of the masculine or feminine energies you have, it doesn't matter. It affects all twin flames. Now, most of the matrix twins, the people who are a bit more grounded, might not be aware that this is what's going on, but their energy will still be reacting. Okay, so it's important to remind yourself that this is a sacred event. Even if things are going a bit challenging, it should remind you that you are sensitive to energy, that there is something happening on a higher level, and that ultimately this event is a triumph of light over dark. It is a powerful experience. It's the sign of a new season. It's going to usher in new fresh energy, and if you're being affected by it, then you know that you can absorb the positive aspects of that too, and we will get to that. So the most important guidance that I can give you for this is to make sure that you ground your energies throughout this time. So you want to make sure that you are getting outside if you can, getting into nature if it's possible. I know it's not always possible for everyone, but what you really want to do is get your feet down on the ground. Okay, so even if you live in a high-rise apartment or flat, still putting your feet on the floor, getting your feet as close to the ground and to the earth as you possibly can will help. What you want to be doing is getting out in nature where possible. You want to get your feet onto the earth, onto the grass, feel the coldness of the mud. Really allow yourself to connect with the earth at this time. If you can be around trees, if you can be around a body of water, it's all very, very positive, and it helps in a huge way. You're also going to want to make sure that you are grounding in other ways too. So if you're in the type of environment where you really can't get to nature, you can't get out and enjoy that, you're going to want to use things like food. Please eat well on the day of the summer solstice. I have this problem all the time with my clients, and I have to remind them. They say, I'm spiralling out of control, my energy is completely ungrounded. Have you eaten? Oh, well, no, I haven't eaten so much today, or I haven't eaten the right things. You need to make sure that you're looking after your energies, and that is very much about bringing the density through the 3D by making sure that you eat well on that day and making sure that you're well hydrated too. And also the other things that you can do is simply use essential oils to ground your energies. My biggest recommendation with that is tea tree oil, because some other oils, believe it or not, can actually overstimulate the energies and make you more ungrounded. So if you're not sure, stick with tea tree oil. A few drops in the palm of your hands, rubbing it through, taking it through the aura, through the auric field, just over your space, breathing it in, taking it down onto the feet if you can. And you'll find that that'll start to earth you. That's great if you're in if you need a quick fix during this time, because it is difficult. And you're going to want to watch your sensitivity. You need to be gentle with yourself. You need to honour the fact that your system will react to the summer solstice. Your twins are going to be reacting to the summer solstice too. And things might feel a little bit off and a little bit odd for a while. But you need to honour it, because although most other people won't be impacted at all by the summer solstice, they'll be out having ice creams and having a nice time. And we tend to struggle a little bit. It's okay. It's all just part of being a very energy sensitive person, and that's all right. And you want to make sure that you actively tune in to that fire power. You only get one chance a year, so you need to make sure that you actively dedicate time and effort towards that experience, which means dedicating time to say, I am going to meditate for 5 minutes or 50, but you make the focus to say, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to focus, I'm going to tune in, I'm going to ask for guidance, I'm going to thank the summer solstice energies, and just really getting yourself into that space where you focus on it. It's the focus that helps you connect with it more than anything. If you can get out in nature, that would be wonderful, but not everyone can. And I know, speaking from experience, being Scottish and living in Scotland, you can't always get the sun on the summer solstice. It's quite common here in Scotland that it's a dull day, or it's a rainy day, or it's cold. Sometimes that happens. It doesn't matter where you live. Doesn't matter if you can't get out into the sun, that energy is moving on to the planet. So you want to just be putting your focus out there and enjoying it regardless of where you are. That's the most important thing. Now, if you're ready to take the next step with that, you want to make sure that you prepare for your summer solstice day. You don't need to dedicate tons of time to it, even if it's just 15 minutes to have a short meditation and some grounding, making sure that you're looking after yourself, putting your thoughts out to connect with that summer solstice energy is all part of it. And you can do that to make sure that you're ready for the summer solstice. If you want some help with it, you can reach out. I can help you in session, and we can activate that inner firepower too, so that you're just, what we're doing is we're activating the inner firepower, and we're also making sure that we reduce your sensitivity in relation to these high power energies that are coming onto the earth and onto the planet throughout the summer solstice. So you can always reach out, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Now you can comment below, you can ask anything. There are no silly questions about this. It's not something that's covered very often, but it will absolutely affect you in your twin flame journey right now. So prepare yourself, know that it is a sacred event, and get yourself ready. And as always, if you're looking for some more guidance on your twin flame journey, we have a fantastic free 5-day course that will show you how you can reach union in 3 easy steps without all the drama, without all the stress, and I'll leave a little link to that below. And you can check it out, and it really will help you in a big way. I've made sure that we cover everything you could possibly need to know for that. And stay tuned, because we're going to be doing some more videos. I'm planning an energy healing activation coming up soon, so make sure your notifications are on. I don't want you to miss that. And we'll be making sure that we get some adjustments in place for your energy, and it will be specific to your twin flame journey. It's not just a blanket energy activation. We're going to really make some adjustments for you that will help. So I am sending blessings to you in your twin flame journey, to you and your twin flame, and have a wonderful summer solstice. Bye.